I be looking at like all this same shit is our content. But like that's the thing with me. I look at it like, bro, you can spin a bitch, right? You can spin them. I don't care. It ain't my business. I'm not finna sit right here and tell you wrong, bro. Now, if you gonna spin them and then expect for them not to respond in a certain way, then I'm like, bro, you wrong, bro. You doing this, bro. You don't expect them to do that. That's the only thing when you think your outcome should not match what you put in. Anything you put in is what you get out. That's my whole thing. When I tell people like I'm not gonna lie to you, it's because I don't want no problem. So I'm not coming problematic. I'm trying to make $44 million. You feel what I'm saying? I do not need the problems at home that distract me from that goal. I got 3 kids by 2 different women. That's a lot of people who need my energy because no matter what, your kids need your energy and a mama gonna still get some of your energy. I'm understanding that. Like people can play dumb to it and be like, no, that's my baby mama. That's in the they get some of your energy. They do. But you could say not to her, but look, right? Just say it like this, right? Just say, just say when your kid is going through something due to what's being happening at home with mom. Just say, just say, mom is sad, super sad. And then your kid kind of looking at you like you supposed to be the solution because you're the solution to everything in his eyes or her eyes, right? And then now, just say you got a kid that can voice it, and it's kind of they feeling bad. You like, man, what's wrong? I just ain't feeling well. You know what I'm saying? My mama just ain't feeling. I'm just worried about her and this and that, right? At that moment, bro, as a man, you gonna be like, okay, let's sit down and talk, right? Even if you're just talking to your child, the mom created that. So you even because I believe in preparing my child's mind to deal with it, but that's still not a situation created by me. So who created that exchange of energy? Not me. You see what I'm saying? So even if it ain't direct, it's just it's being had. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like understanding that right there, and then you got a person like me who got to go to $44 million. Bro, I don't want no problems outside of that because that's a big problem to solve. You feel what I'm saying? Because that I set that $44 million goal because okay, I read a book called 10x is better than 2x or easier than 2x. I think it was right, and it gave me the understanding that you could set a goal, and I'm gonna just put a number out there, right? I can say, oh, my goal is 300,000 in a year by next year around this time, right? That to me seems too obtainable, right? It's too close. It's too obtainable. So I'm not gonna really change too much about myself. I'm gonna try to figure out little minor fixes. How do I fix this? I gotta think like this and this. And that. Now, if I change it to 44 million, that means I gotta change everything about myself. I gotta be a person who makes $44 million, who have 44 million. I have to be that, and I have to be that right now. And I agree with the book when it pushes the philosophy that it's easier to be that person than it is to try to figure out the little problem that you're trying to fix to reach the smaller goal. I would rather just be the person that I want to to be in the future, right? Be that today. Because even in the Bible will teach you to be content with what you have today, content with who you are, appreciate today, right? Because that's all material. 44 million is still material, but I like what it can do for me. I can live, I don't have to worry. I got the faith, I got faith in God. So I stop worrying. But in order to experience life, we understand that money is a thing, right? So yes, I want the material things on earth, but I'm gonna appreciate today. And today I have to be the person that I need to be for tomorrow to look like that. I just gotta be it today. I gotta make those type of decisions. Them type of decisions sound like wake up in the morning, hit the gym, take care of yourself, or whatever time you got, because everybody's schedule's different, right? But for me, that sounds like wake up in the morning, hit the gym, don't think about it. Taking my vitamins, the right vitamins that keep me thinking straight, right? Um, um, the people that I deal with, the friendships that I build, the relationships, the intimate relationships that I build, everything gotta be working towards that, right? When I meet new people, hey, how is this? Does this help me get to my goal of 44 million, or do it not? Because you'll meet some people and it's like, oh, this just a kick it friend. That's not conducive to me getting to 44 million, right? I need a friend who, oh, dang, he thinks totally different, but I can rock with it because I, we think different from each other, but we're both on some that right there. We both on that. So now we could do a business move. I might have the money right now. He might have a dope idea. I might have a dope idea. He might have a money, or I just got a part. We can make moves together. He gonna introduce me to different rooms. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like even with your intimate relationships, it's like you need to focus on peace. Peace is everything. And I always will push this on men. You have to understand what peace is. And peace is so fragile. Peace is fragile, bro. You can be peaceful for 5 years, and one thing it just make it. So you have to constantly be intentional about grabbing a hold of peace and keeping it, because it's fragile. So it's like even when you're dealing with people in an intimate relationship, it's like, who is this person? Who am I? Am I gonna lie about who I am and then later on get problems because what I put into it was a lie? Am I gonna be truthful, get this person an option? Later on I could get some problems because it's still life, but I'm 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 making my odds towards the side of not having problems. I'm giving them the option to walk away. Uh, uh, I'm starting off in truth. But who is this person? Are they doing the same? I seen how her eye kind of moved when I said this. I seen how her eyebrows go up. Am I going to be honest with myself and be like, even though she's saying yeah, she with it, am I going to be honest and say she really not? Let me move away because I need 44 million, and this right here will be a problem that distracts me away from that. And some people be like, that's selfish. You only think about yourself. Okay. Who else I'm responsible for here on this earth? My children, my wife. I don't have a wife. I got 3 children by 2 different women. Depending on how you interpret the Bible, they might be my wives. I'm fine with that, right? Not even speaking on like just sexual, like having, but they might be my wives. I'm fine with that because when I reach 44, my goal, I don't give a damn if I hate them at the moment, bro. I'm always gonna make sure they straight. Simply because I know at a point in life, no matter how mad we got each other, how much we hurt each other, that really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because God forgave me, so I'm gonna forgive you, right? And that's love, being like God. God is love. So it's like if God able to forgive, I'm able to forgive. It's like it's cool because we all had our flaws. We all have our flaws, and it's like where I'm gonna be at here. At one point, you did love me. At one point, you did want the best for me. At one point, you didn't because you was mad at your feelings. Whatever. I get to where I get you. You okay? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm grinding for what I built, bro. I built these broken homes. You feel what I'm saying? And I know everybody conduct the claim and be like, man, the woman did it. I hear it and I understand why. I do. And they be like, yeah, keep the pressure on them because it's more so for education reasons so that they can take accountability for it and move different to get their results that they want in life. Right? I don't want to just beat up on them because I hate them. I don't hate women. I love women. Right? I do agree with you just understanding. So you be more conscious about what's going on, but I'm also conscious of my role too. And that's the only thing that I can control is mine. You feel me? Everything. Everything, bro. And that's what a lot of people like we didn't got to the point like in this world where since Kevin Samuels, and that's my guy, rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. To me, he did it the right way. To me, he did it the right way, bro. Because it was out of love, no matter how the haters want to perceive it. But then you got a lot of people who was in the comment section. See, I used to always get faulted for the comment section because I rocked with what he said because he didn't have to shape my mind. This is what I stood on. I got this stuff in music that dates before Kevin Samuel, and I always tell listen to my music. I always been vocal about this type of stuff. This is how I deal with people.
I think I think all the comment sections, bro, everybody going against him come from ignorance, bro. Motherfuckers not knowing what's going on. Like he'll make his side, state his side a little bit, tell her or the woman, let her know what he think is wrong, but nobody really know the rest of the story. You know what I'm saying? He gonna talk about the woman from the man's side, but nobody know the man's side. So the woman always bashing him.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the comment section that I was speaking of, like the bad characters in the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you mean the bad.
Um, so you will have the guys in the guys in the comment sections who like they hate women. So they'll go down there and they speaking from a angle of hate. Whereas Kevin Samuels wasn't. And then whereas when I'm watching it, I'm not. That's not my aim. Right? So I always got fought for that. Like, do you see disgusting people in the comments? I don't give a damn about the comment section. They all are individuals because none of his content was really wrong when you really sat down. Like you said, a lot of them didn't even understand or watch it to understand. They watch clips and stuff, right? If you sat down and watched the whole content, you can't feel away. All you can say was his delivery. All it was straightforward. He wasn't trying to coddle y'all feelings. That was it. You feel what I'm saying? And then he only met aggression with aggression. And that's how I give it too. I don't care how people. If you wanna talk to me like some other than a woman, I'm not matching your energy and talking to you like a woman. But if you talk to me like you some kind of man wannabe or whatnot, I'm gonna show you how I deal with men who address me like that. I'm not. You come at me a certain way. Hold on, homie. Who you talk? I'm rising up too.
My favorite saying, bro, it's a get to get world.
You hear me? So that's the part. So it's a certain way. So you got a lot of people who, like I say nowadays, they came from that comment section and they had beat up. They had beat up on them. Like Fresh and Fit. You ever heard Fresh and Fit podcast? Bro, I always did. I looked at them like, bro, y'all. It was some uh a guy, his name Myron. I think it was Myron and Fresh and Fit, but it was like one of them was like, is he looked like he was
Like
Middle
foreign.
Eastern,
Yeah, I
and then
know.
a
He
black
always
dude.
get
Both of them
into
was
it
from
with the
other countries.
females and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like them right there, bro. I looked at them like they clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all only brought them on here to shit on them.
Them niggas, he man, woman haters, bro.
Yeah, bro. And
100%.
it's like what? It's like what y'all? What's y'all purpose? Y'all don't have a purpose. It's just entertainment and beating up on y'all getting women that are not the brightest. They're mainly coming on here to get exposure. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all just beating up on it. And I get it, but y'all picking the bad characters.
Niggas like them strike me like, bro, they been hurt by them type of females before. And all that. That's they get back at that one woman that hurt them.
Because back in the day they couldn't get them.
Exactly.
Right now they got to get them because now they're successful.
Now I'm that guy.
And that's why I always tell every time somebody goes in a conversation, bro, when they be like, man, man, you gotta have some money to be moving like that. You gotta have. I'll be like, man, y'all missing it. That's why y'all don't. Y'all will never really get the respect that y'all deserve. If y'all think as a man that money is the most important thing that you have to give to a woman, you're the problem, bro. Like you're the problem out here, bro. You, your manhood is priceless. When you come around a woman, they get the boyfriend experience, even if it's only for a short while. When you come around, you know you're gonna take out the garbage. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be that boyfriend. You gonna go to the store with her. You know what I'm saying? You gonna whatever
I think
a man brings to a relationship. That's
I,
what
I
they
think
want.
the word that they the word it would be, I personally think, is the lead, bro. At the end of the day, the man's supposed to bring the lead. The lead definition gonna change from woman to woman, but if you don't bring the lead, bro, they not gonna respect you as a man.
Yeah, you got to lead.
100%.
You're built to be a leader.
Facts.
And that's the and I do understand, like, okay, realistically in today, right, you got some women who are leaders and they're great at leading.
And that,
They have to be
that's
with a man who's not that great at it, who that's not his thing.
that's attractive though. Even if it's a man that's a leader, that's attractive, bro. You think so?
Attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Female that's a leader, bro.
No, it's not. To me, I I respect it.
Yeah, like I don't want to be led, but I respect the fact that if worse come to worse, you can lead what the fuck is going on. Now my job is less hard. You know what I'm saying?
See, I look at it like this, right? You can lead somebody else. See, you can't lead me to where I'm going. You can only lead me to where you going,
Fact.
right? I already got a purpose. I already got goals. I already got this before you even met me. I've been having this since a teenager.
No, see, I don't mean now when I say that in mind, I don't mean in the sense of you want to go here and you want to go there. If I get lost, you can lead us to where you want to go. I mean, like somebody you already got the same destination with already. If I want to get here and I'm kind of struggling to get over this hump, you can get me over this hump to the same destination. Though. You know
But
what I'm saying?
that's the natural. That's not really a leader. That's that's what a woman is. A woman is a help meet,
More so than
right? It's a help meet. And that mean helps meet the goals that you set for the family, for the relationship, whatever it is, right? So yeah, I don't want no idiot. Like I'm not no traditional person. So I don't want the old traditional stay at home, do this. Now you gotta be a hustler. So yeah, when I'm doing something, if you're planning on reaping benefits from what I'm building, in my mind, I'm looking at it like you better contribute because I'll be with you. But don't ever think you deserve something that I'm building if you're not contributing, right? So that's my part in life is like, you help me meet my goal or not. If you don't, just don't. I'm gonna do what I want to do for you, and it might be a lot. But the moment you think, you're old, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't helped me, most of the time you taking from me, right? It's time. Cause see, all my time could really be going into into what I'm doing. But if I'm stopping and giving you time, I mean, you cutting into my time with me working.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're not contributing, you're taking. So if you're already taking on my way, it might not stifle me. You know what I'm saying? But like if you're taking, don't think later on you got what you deserved, right? That's what you took. I let you take that. Now outside of that, man, I ain't that. I think the it's just the like I said, a woman as a leader. wo- Women got great minds, right? They got great intuition. It's not great all the time, but the ones that got it in control, they can be great leaders. But you just can't lead me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going where I'm going. Now, a guy who don't have a vision, you can lead him. Just say a guy who he just goes to work. His career is his life, right? Goes to work. He want a woman, and she got the vision for something that say building outside of work, and that's great for them. I would say they belong together because he can help finance it, right? He can give his understanding. Now, the moment where he just say not just a person saying that a man get insecure, but really just say really if he got insecure, like really insecure, I would say you shouldn't. Just say if this was my friend, I would say, bro, don't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't. You know what I'm saying? You doing this, she's doing that. You contribute, you got stake in it. Just because she's the one out making it happen, right? Or she's the brains behind the operation, you can't shit on her light because then you become the problem. You know what I'm saying? Which in a relationship, you never want to be the problem. Y'all supposed to help each other, right? So it's like, but if that's her area that she in and you supposed to help her, you feel me? Like in your area that you need her in, she's supposed to help you in those areas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So I think even when it's opposite from what it's supposed to be, I think it can work. It just you can't be that type. You can't be a woman who got her own vision and is a leader, and then you want this guy who got his own vision and a leader. They don't go well together. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but yeah, I do. I believe women so cold. It's like even if I'm building something, if you if you willing to buy into what I'm doing, oh, I'm put you to work because I know with how your mind work along with mine, this right here gonna be it's gonna speed up the process. If you're able to listen to me and do what I need you to do, and you know how to get shit done, like you're in your feminine, that's gonna speed man, that's gonna speed up the process. That's gonna 10x it. You know what I'm saying? Because we was made to be together and so working life together. So that's the don't nobody want to work together though. Everybody kind of a lot of them are selfish. Like they want you to change. And I don't know. But then a lot of dudes, and it's rightfully so, a lot of dudes just don't have vision or understanding. A lot of dudes don't strive to be a man. You would be surprised at how many guys don't. Like you ask them, hey, like do you have intentions on being a man? But I'm a man. You're not. Your age don't make you a
I
man.
sit back. I thought about that shit before, bro. I think a lot of that shit come from shit. Really, truly told, a lot of niggas don't be having their pops around. A lot of niggas don't be having male figures, bro. Like older male figures that's men. It be kids. It be
And
young. It be little boys that be niggas big homies. You get what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't even grown yet in the mind. Fuck the age. Nigga be 35, still a little ass nigga. And that's a nigga big homie. He ain't even grown.
yeah, that be the thing, right? That be the thing. With some of them,
So it's like My question to myself was, for them type of people, bro, how do they know what a man is? In his mind, he might be a man. Oh, I'm paying bills. I'm doing it. I'm a man. Because in his mind, that's all he know as a man to do. Now, when it comes to the little shit, like a man's supposed to, like you say with the relationships, I'm supposed to tend to this relationship I'm building. Shit, as a man, I'm paying this bitch bills. Why do I got to do all that extra talking? You know what I'm saying?
See,
You get where I'm getting at, though?
yeah, and part of being a man is you decide what a man is to you, and you stand on that, right? Now, I would always say part of the being a man too is building a relationship with God. You can't be it without it. I'm just that ingredient has to be there. Now the specifics is different amongst each, right? You can be that type of person, hey, long I'm taking care of this, I'm not doing all that extra. That's fine. I would never tell somebody you wrong. That's how that man run his situation, his relationships, his household. I'm not here to tell that man he wrong. It could be different from how I do things. That's not my place, right? You taking care of business and you living the life that you want to live, you got a connection with God. Hey, that's between you and God. Now, to your example with the dudes who don't really have a man figure, I didn't have one. My daddy died when I was 3 months. So it's like, bro, I grew up no lie. I used to look at some dudes and I'd be like, and I never meant it in a bad way, but I had to learn to stop saying it because most people was they couldn't handle my thought process. I used to be like, his daddy probably should have been dead
Why, though?
because I'm looking at it and I'm like, the product that his daddy is building is horrible. Like the example is horrible. It's like I'm seeing how your son handling life. I'm like, nah, bro, what you doing? You got your daddy should have taught you something like this. But no, they coddled you or you saw your daddy getting treated by your mama. Cause most time that was the situation. And it's like you saw him, your daddy was just living at your mama house. He never had his place. He steady getting kicked out and this and that. This is what we seen in our areas, right? Your daddy wasn't able to be the man that you needed the example from. So I used to always be like, man, your daddy's probably should have been dead because me, I had to figure it out. And that was my biggest blessing, low key.
Now, growing up, would you say you had a father figure, though? Like
My
somebody that was
grandfather was my father figure. I got an uncle.
so like from the jump, though, right?
My grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather been in my life my whole life.
See, now my point being is, even though your father wasn't around, you
Yeah,
had a father figure since you could remember, right?
yeah,
Some of these niggas don't. Some of these niggas grow up without a father figure. Niggas get into high school and they just now getting a big homie. Like for real, niggas
yeah.
get
They
into
do.
junior high and I just now got a high school homie who trying to big homie me whole time. He a little ass boy trying to teach me grown man, quote unquote shit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And, I can agree with it though. Like I definitely understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have to learn what a man is, but it's so much. Like just saying today, this the time of information. Like it was when I was coaching. One of the parents, a couple of them, but one of them was like, man, like he ain't got no male figures around him. That's why I'm bringing him here. And then like, what should I have him like do outside of this and this and that? I tell him like this. I said, have him listen to Louis Farrakhan. I sent her some videos. So have her listen to introduce him to Louis Farrakhan, right? I give them certain men, you know what I'm saying? Like have them, because this what yo nowadays there's no excuse because these kids are gone. These young people are people. Period. Young men, older guys who not men yet. You can go on the internet and see men, and then see which traits you like from this man. What be like? Okay, this a man I can respect. What's respectful about this? You can adopt that.
Facts.
All right, there's no excuse today. But instead, we'll go look at entertainers, and that's where I have issue at because a lot of people can't even have conversations outside of entertainment. We can be having the most serious conversation, and they'll be like, "Yeah,
Oh,
I remember such and such said in this song," and I'll be like,
bro,
"Do y'all know a rapper can cap all day?" Like I used to hear, we make music, so it's like you would hear more. Everything they saying is cap, but it sound good, and you think I'm finna listen to these other people that sound good, and then nah, I'm not comparing. That's like listening to a meme without knowing the author of the meme. I go when I see a meme, and if I like the words, or if I find interest in the words, when I go look, I go to the bottom corner and see whose it is, and I go on Instagram, I see is this person like that. I'm going to judge I'm judging the
just
spirit
overall.
of the messenger because that matters because it can be deceptive, and I can just be falling for it right now.
Facts.
So I need to go and dig. I'm not easy to be played with. So it's like, man, you can definitely go out there and get the information. Like a lot of people don't like the world was mad at Andrew Tate. And they was like, man, he had boys up in school talking like this and this and that. Hey, listen, all I looked at is like, just like with Lil Baby, same thing. I get what the world is upset about. I can understand it. But my thing is, we're so much we're in critical condition as far as relationships because boys were never taught how to be a man, like you was explaining. So it ain't got so far out of whack, like so far that you need a extreme right. You kind of need it to fast track it. Because right now they don't need to be worried about all that. If she can't do this, do this, she can't do this, drop her. Stop acting like a pussy. Stop acting like a bitch. This and that. Go hard. Go till you can't go no more. Wake up. Fuck your feelings. You need that because the world have told you your feelings matter. The world have told you this is how you treat a woman, never teaching you how to treat yourself. The world has softened you up so much that we have became the problem as boys because we're not leaders anymore. So you need a hard right that shapes you up and be like, hey, stop acting like a bitch. Damn, I was just shorting my set at the gym. He said, stop acting like a bitch. Oh shit. I need that because that's our way. So of course, when a woman or a feminized guy, when they hear like, man, that's toxic. Yes, it is for y'all. But for men, this is what we need. We need that warrior spirit. You know what I'm saying? When your son fall on the ground, you don't, hey, get up. You all right? Even if they crying too much, if it's okay, bet. Yeah, that's pretty. They got you pretty good. But look, calm down, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Let me bandage you up. I do all my kids like this from early age. When they start getting scars, not from a baby, not from a toddler, but when they like 7 and stuff like that, man, straight alcohol, no peroxide. But we gonna
Five,
deal with this.
starting at 5, you get for sure.
You feel me? Probably like 5. You get it. and it's to better you as a man. Like,
When it comes to that type of shit, man, kind of, I would say kind of off topic, but on topic as far as bettering kids as a man, bro. With my son, bro, I had real conversations with him, like
what's up,
16.
Dorcetta?
My son
D
10.
Lovely?
My son 10 had conversation. My oldest son, bro, ain't my son, bro. I had the conversation with him already about not being my son. You
Yeah.
think that's too early?
10?
Yeah. But
Nah.
I had this conversation with him 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, nah. Bro, I say, think about the kid. Think about the kid. In the future, they would have wanted you to tell them as early as possible. Because the longer you wait, the more it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Think about with adopted kids. They try to hide that from them forever, right? And then later on in life, they be like, why you tell me it's like a foot? Let me know. That don't mean I'm gonna hate you. I love you for being there.
But look though, in my situation, me personally, I never wanted my son in that situation
Yeah.
ever. Now, when he found out, he was probably like three. He's old enough to talk, call me
Yeah.
pops. First thing, he used to be full of life, bro. Ever since he found out, first thing he said, bro, was pops. I got two daddies. Since then, he's never been the same son. I've never had the same son since that day.
And that's something you gotta accept. As a man,
But
you,
that fucked him over.
but it didn't though.
But as a man, I try to protect this young boy as a man from being fucked, bro. He been my son be depressed sometimes, gang. Like you don't understand how that looks sometimes. Like as a man, I feel like I fucked up by letting him know. By I didn't tell him, but by letting him find out, I feel like I fucked up. Cause my son be
You
like
say you
fucked up.
didn't
Like
tell him?
I'm not the one who told him. His
Oh,
mother was the one who told him.
see, and that's see, that's why I was saying I was agreeing with if you did it right. I agree, cause the only thing is, how did she tell him?
That I have no clue of. I just know one day I pulled up to get him. First thing he said was, "I got two daddies."
Yeah,
I wanted to push him over. I ain't gonna lie to you. First thing
yeah,
I want to do, I want to push him on the ground.
yeah. Cause see, this is the thing, bro. You gotta support them in that understanding, right? You have to, simply because, bro, as a young man that he is, right, and you being a man, we gotta understand that them feelings, they might be real. It might be real, but it's for the moment. Later on, you're gonna appreciate me, and I'm still gonna be the same man I've been to you for the rest of your life. If you decide to pick up and walk away, whatever, that's on you, right? But I'm gonna be your father because that's what I've been. He's gonna appreciate it, but if it seems like you don't agree with it, like he upset you, he's gonna, bro. Kids, one thing about your kids, this is your child, because he's been with you. Kids, ever since babies, bro, they look up at you. All they doing is studying you. When you make the slightest of face motion, like a motion of your mouth, eyes, they see it. And they've been seeing it. All when you talking, they looking at you. Everything. When they do certain stuff, they see how they see how you respond. That's why your children know how to pull at your strings. They know, they understand that because they've been studying you every day of their life. Now, even if you try not to show your disappointment, if you're disappointed in him find out that, he's gonna see it. He feels it. He's gonna feel like he did something wrong. He's gonna feel like he's the problem. When you feel like you're the problem, that's when you go into a state of depression, right? That's why it's important that you're not the problem, right? You gotta handle that without emotion. It's okay. You have two dads, right?
But he don't.
Look, what I'm saying is you have a biological. I didn't mean, but you got one father, right? You got two. You got a biological dad. You got me as a dad, but I'm a father, right? So really, I can say one dad. You got a biological, and you got a father. I'm fathering you. You feel what I'm saying? Now that other guy, this is my thing too. Once mine find out about you, if I'm saying it's mine, Brody, I'm getting on the phone and I'm hitting you. Hey, my son is upset. I know you don't care, but I do. And you finna at least say what's up to him.
I did.
No, I'm just saying. I know. I know. I'm not saying you didn't.
Nah,
I'm just saying because I'm gonna show my son. Hey, you're wanted. You're not the problem here. I don't have to say he's the problem. Eventually, you understand he's the problem, not you. You didn't do nothing but be born,
right.
right? I chose you. I didn't have to choose you. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't have to be here. I chose you. that mean that you're important to me, and you always remember that because the most important thing is his well being because he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing to deserve this. You know what I'm saying? So it uh, it could have because he could have went anyway. Like if he grew up and he found out later, bro, he could have turned out and hated everybody, or he could have not. It's still 50-50 chance, but he could have. So it's like I believe in the truth, bro. I believe in the truth. I'm gonna give it to you. How you respond to it, it's up to you. Now, I hope that you respond to it like I would want you to, but I understand that everybody process things in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's hard, man. And then especially when you built up this with a child, like you, like I'm that, but it's like see that kid. It's the kid. It ain't about you. It ain't about anybody else. I don't care if it's the mom. It ain't about the mom. It ain't about no egos. It's the kid. It's the kids. I can't have no ego when it comes to my kids, raising my kids. That's why I told my kid we start mixed martial arts. I'm gonna do it with y'all because I want y'all to see me at that stage. Also, I'm not trained here. Y'all gonna see my fails. Y'all gonna see how I stand up. I feel I stand up, correct it. Y'all, that's gonna build up y'all as far as in the area of being a man. Y'all gonna understand we persistent. We get up. Yeah, it hurt. We get up. We fight. We fight. We kick ass. I'm not that. Man, my sons kick ass right now. They kick ass. You don't kick ass, you ain't my son. You feel me? Like, hey, if it's righteous, hey, you might get in trouble at school, but I'm gonna tell you, you wasn't bullying, right? You was protecting yourself. The rules are that you still get in trouble, but it's okay. Cause I would have been more disappointed in you if you didn't defend yourself and kick his ass. You better kick his ass. We kick ass, bro. Ain't none of our kids. We don't do the. We ain't getting bullied. Like we're not. You gonna be a man, bro, and you gonna be able to fight through adversity. I don't spoil my kids. I do the opposite, bro. I don't spoil. My kids go through it with me. Yeah. I don't believe, yeah, bro. People be having that bad. Like they be like, man, my daughter, I can't do my. But like, what? Are you serious? You think your daughter need a pass in this world?
Popping that butt too.
You hear me?
Motherfucker don't be whooping their dog, popping
Yeah, bro. I never understood that. It's like don't y'all know they got y'all daughters too in today's age? Cause they got them. So it's like, you think I'm not finna, man, please, I'm finna show you right from wrong. Because I want you to be perfect for your husband.
And the way I look at it, bro, is as people get older, bro, men be saying they don't want no female that want to be all spoiled and all bratty,
Yeah,
passenger princess, but they raised them. They raised them exactly and don't want those.
yeah,
Not want your daughter
yeah.
in a way. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That shit fucked up.
Straight up. Straight up, bro. I can't, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, all my kids, like, gee, if they mine, I'm telling you, they're mine. Like, I'm coming for that because it's something that you don't understand about this kid.
Facts.
I do. When my kids do certain stuff, I just see me. I see a different part of me in all of them. And then they teach me how to talk to God too. I don't think a lot of people understand that part of it. If you want to learn how to talk to God, look at how your kids talk to you.
As far as what though?
So you know how your kids, when they want something, they beg you. You got to beg God in that same manner, because God is your father, right? So it's like you gotta annoy him. You gotta, hey, come on, God, like please, please, I need this, like, please, like, you have to. This is your father. This is the creator. This is the thing that whatever it says, it is. You know what I'm saying? So when your kid depend on you for everything, you need to depend on God for everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like, your kid represents who you are. You should be representing who God is. That's why even when people talk about love, I always ask people, what is love? Because they get these superficial, emotional ass definitions. When I'm like, and you might not share my religion, but in my Bible it say God is love, and God is not that emotional person who try not to hurt your feelings. God destroys too. God is a righteous and just person. God is a forgiving person. I mean, not person. I don't want to make God so little. God is forgiving. God is wisdom. That's love. It is say God is love. God is a creator. A lot of people like to give up on they music because we artists now always go here. Oh, I'm too old. Man, it's like it's childish. You get to battling with yourself, or you would be dealing with a person and be like, "Don't you think it's so?" God is a creator. You're a creator. You're an artist. You're a creator. That's the part of God. That's why your best song will always be when you going through summer with something heavy on your mind and you just go in there. It'll be the quickest song you make. This will be the joint you made in 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It'll be the best song you made because that's God speaking through you. That's not you sitting right there and putting too much thinking. You just letting it come. That's God getting out that message. And then sometime afterwards, you will listen to it and you will understand some shit better than you understood before. You'll be like, damn, low key.
Some shit because it sounds good.
Yeah, you'll be like, low key, that helped me understand this because that's God. That's the God within you. That's the creator within you. So the goal is to be more like God. Everybody think that's, hey, I have to be like this and like that. Nah, God got different type of kids. I got whoopings growing up. I manned up and stopped crying. I took it. Man, I got toe up. I did stuff like I let stray cats in the house. I called a stray cat. It wouldn't leave. He look around like shit. He invited me. I'm here, bro. I invited a bird into the house, bro. Who doing shit like that, bro? Gee, I opened the window. I tortured the projects, bro. Look, I opened the window and I was, come here, bird. I'm doing, bro. The bird flew in my window.
Straight through that.
Bro, I was scared as hell. Bro, I ran out the room. I closed the door. The bird in there going crazy. Boom, boom, trying to get out. Going crazy. Hitting the wall. Boom, boom, boom. Are you? Boom. I closed the door. Mama come upstairs like, what's going on? I said, it's a bird. And mama like, ain't no bird in there. I'm like, it's a bird, mama. I just called a bird in and it came. And she like, man, let go to the door. She opened the door. Oh, it's a bird in there. I'm like, I did stuff like that. And I didn't get a whooping for stuff like that, but I got a whooping for like, I painted my sister eyebrows with fingernail polish when she was asleep. You know what I'm saying? Or I burnt down the bathroom because I was curious. See if the curtain burn up and I didn't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like I did who I did. I was curious though, but it was like it could have hurt people, right? I did stuff like Teddy had a big ass stuffed bear. I cut out the back, right? Took out, bro, I was just taking out everything out of it, bro. I did all the stuff in. It came, every day came back, bro. I was taking it out. It was just getting smaller and smaller. Just, bro, after a while, my grandma bought us all remote control trucks when they was first getting popular. For Christmas, bro, I always was over my grandma's house a lot. Man, I went in there and unscrewed all of them, bro. Took all of them apart. By the time Christmas came, bro, everybody's stuff was sabotaged, bro. No, I think it was from Christmas to summer. I think I sat because we couldn't really play with it until it got hot outside. But man, I used to do some, but I picked a lot too. I always picked. Mom would be like, stop playing. We'll be down there fighting. I'm still going. We doing little shit. We jumping up at 5:36 in the morning. He fighting up in there. Bump, boom, boom, boom. Mom like, stop. She coming there, whoop it. Bro, this is what we doing. I got so many whoopings, bro. I just took it to the point where one of my cousins, lame, goofy, hey, T, he ain't even cried. Dang, dude. But like I said, I mad up and I took it. This is the type of child of God that I was. Now,
big cousin.
Robbie fat ass. No, just let me stop playing. But no, man, I learned to forgive people. Though. I just got to do it for entertainment purposes. But when but like I say, but this is the type of child of God that I was, right? I manned up, I took it. Now at 30, I cried for all the times that I didn't. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm man enough to admit that when people like, why you think? No, I could not cry.
Real question though, why you cry at 30?
Because I could not cry before.
But why at 30 would you cry for? What?
One day
you didn't just cry because I woke up and cried. It's a thought. The thought about something and that thought triggered you.
I cried. Okay, my grandfather had passed. I didn't cry.
Think you cry because now you got emotions when so many years you was emotionless about shit? You get what I'm asking you?
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm really that's what I'm saying, but not.
You kind of don't even know why you cried, do you?
Nah, I did though. See, this what it was. Like I grew up. I was born into a family of deaf. I was my father's side of my family. It was so many deaths. 5 brothers, 3 of them died year after year, back to back. Right? No, not natural. They got killed. It was government. It was like the 80s when they was getting rid of GD and stuff. The police killed my dad, and all the rest of it was orchestrated by like, like government type, what I'm saying, informants and stuff like that. And why them 3 got targeted. Now, I had other cousins that passed in the family. My grandma died when I was in 5th grade due to the stress from her losing her sons back to back like that. Cancer. My youngest uncle, he passed. He committed suicide because of the the dealing with all that. His brother, his mama, going through life and just just all that. It's like death don't hit me the same as it hit people. So if you're able to process death and not be over emotional over death, it makes a lot of other things easy to handle in life and not cry over them. And then the fact that I got whoopings all the time because I was very curious. Like even my mama, when she whooped me, she didn't think I did a lot of stuff because I was bad. She just had to show me like, no, it's not okay. Like we could have died up in here. You burned down the bathroom, closed the door, and came downstairs, sat down. Could have died. So I understand that, right? My process work, bro. I used to do little stuff. I see it in my kids, bro. Like I used to do little stuff. He'll be like, see what you on? I had to get that type of punishment. But in getting that, pain wasn't pain to me. So I didn't cry off like physical pain too much. Emotional pain was already shot. So so later on in life, it's like, okay, just say at a funeral, when it's somebody that I love, I wanted to cry. I feel it. Like I feel it all everywhere. But I couldn't cry. But I wanted to. And I always question, like, bro, why you just can't cry? Like, why you just can't cry? Cry. I never been afraid to. I never been ashamed out of it. It's just like it wouldn't come. Now, at 30 plus, I lost my grandfather. This is my father figure. I lost my Uncle Scony. After that, that's my father figure from my daddy's side, right? The last one. Now, my granddaddy passed. I didn't cry. I love him dearly. Didn't cry. This is one of the most important people in my life. My life. I can't even understand why sometimes I don't think about my granddaddy. You feel me?
Sure,
It
I
it
get it, bro.
it bothers me, but that's my mind. Do my mind?
I
It,
think with shit like that, bro, when you try not to think about it, I think people that do that with any type of death, no matter who it is, whether it's a dog, it's a mother, a son, a father, whatever the fuck it is, people that do that, bro, that type of death hurts you the most to where you try to run away from the pain, bro.
and it's not even conscious. It's
Yeah,
subconscious. Your brain locks it away. Cause my brain locked away a lot, but it's to protect me,
facts.
right? So when my uncle Scony passed, and then I never cried about my granddad. One night I felt it. I felt it, and I wanted it. I wanted it only because it don't feel good to for you to have this, but you can't release it. Right? That's that release. One night, man, I stepped out. Boom, boom. I was around my girl. I just stepped in the kitchen, started washing dishes on some ain't nothing dirty. I'm just there,
No, no, no.
boom, boom, and bro, it came. It just broke me, broke me. I never cried like that. It wasn't no loud or nothing. It was just
Why?
tears running me. I'm talking about that right there. What it's not for nobody else but me. I don't need it for public display. I don't even need it for my lady. It's not for you. This is me, my granddaddy, and my uncle.
I think shit like that be the transformation of you becoming a bigger man than you was the 10 minutes before. You know, before you start washing them dishes, type shit.
It is, and you're totally right, bro. Cause that's how it hit me. Because, bro, I felt wonderful afterwards, bro. I felt wonderful because I felt, and I was able to release how I felt.
It's like watching your kid, bro. That'll be like telling your kid, "Don't cry, bro. Don't cry. Fuck that." And who are you to tell them that, bro? It's okay to cry, bro.
Yeah, it's just you just don't cry over no sucker shit.
Yeah, yeah, no, for
You
sure.
feel what I'm saying? Like you can we gonna say, okay, bet it don't hurt no more, right? All right, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You can let them tears dry. Hey, it don't hurt no more. I'm still pushing that, but it's never don't cry.
Facts.
'Cause even if you scrape your leg, it hurt. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna give you some seconds. It don't hurt no more. Let's clean it up. Let's get back up.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a
Don't
scratch. It's
dwell
not a
on the
leg
pain.
broke. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? So even with me, like it wasn't to dwell in that. Like you said, it ain't to dwell in it. I wanted to release that. I know how I feel about my granddaddy. I know how I feel about my uncle. You feel I don't want to question myself, like how I feel about my people. I want to release that for me. You feel what I'm saying? So in that it was growth for me because I didn't cry. Did not. Now I learned. I was doing my therapy session online one day, and we was talking, and we was on a thing of crying out loud. I couldn't and whatnot. Boom, and I forgot what got said, but my grandma, she was like, because I was at my grandma's, and she was like, when you was young, you cried a lot. she
You say
said,
about
she,
what though?
she said it was when you was real young. She said you just used to be walking, and he said when your granddaddy will see you walking, he'll pull down there and pick you up. Y'all go like to the gas station, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't remember that. I remember being with my granddaddy, but I didn't remember that. Now I remember one time when I cried walking down the street, and that's when I started selling drugs. I wanted me some money. I'm like, man, yeah. I was crying. I walked away to cry. Now that, yeah. And before that, my fifth grade, after my grandma had passed, I had wrote a poem, and I started tearing up on the poem. I had to go to the bathroom. But like I say, after a certain point, I no longer cried. That was like, I want to say like
Remember the poem?
Junior high.
You got the poem?
Nah, nope,
Remember it all,
nope. But I was just talking about it was like I was talking about how I appreciate my brother and my sister dads being in their life. Cause I always put them first before me. I always was like, man, I appreciate them being in their life. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot, because I didn't have mine. So I know how I feel to be without. So it was a poem in that area, right? But I was really just saying, like, I'm happy for them.
for my brothers, shit,
Like that they able to
experience that.
and I put I know it was a dope poem though. I wish I did have it, but I wasn't the type to keep certain stuff like that in. But yeah, and it broke me after I got deeper into it and whatnot. But like I said, after the moments, like I think that could have contributed because the only thing I really would have cried about is my father because I always want to know my father, like who he was. I always heard people always say, "Man, who is your daddy?" Man, look, you look who your daddy. Then when I say it, like, man, yeah, they give me all these stories, and after a while, I'll be like, man, shut up, I don't care, like, cause it's like y'all don't
Nah,
got the real story. Y'all didn't really like him, cause y'all couldn't get no girls when he was alive. Y'all couldn't get no money. You know, y'all had to go through him. Y'all wasn't recognized. A lot of them was happy that he was gone. So it's a lot of mixed stories. Yeah. And it, but I did. But I got like real stories from like my coaches, my wrestling coach. Rest in peace to Mr. Mooney. One day he looked at me and was like, man, I don't want to be like intrusive, but like, can I ask who was your father? I told him. He was like, he dropped some tears. He was like, man, I coached him. He was like, every time I see you wrestle, he said, I said, it reminds me of a
going
day.
wrong.
And he said, I'm gonna tell you what I told your daddy. He said, he gave me a rule book the next day though, but he said, I'm gonna give you a rule book. I want you to learn everything that you can't do, master that. And then you just do everything else. He said, that's how your daddy was great. You can't really teach him. He just gotta know what not to do. So that's how he taught me. Yeah, I practiced and I understood what they was teaching, but I went out there and did me. I didn't really hear my coaches. I only heard them sometimes. We were critical. And then I hear them, whether they say half, I stick it in. But most of the time, I couldn't hear them. So like I even see that in my kids right now, especially my 7-year old when he was wrestling. He'd be out there. The coach like, Cairo, half this, and he out there doing what he doing. And then when they come out, I gotta tell him like, Cairo. He'll look over at me, listen to your coach. He'll be like, he don't listen. But if I tell him to do something, he'll do it, right? He'll do it if I tell him to do it, but I didn't want to step over the coach. I said, listen, coach. So when he came off one day he went through that and he ended up beating the kid, right? And the coach, when he came up, the coach say, hey, Cairo, man, good job, man. But look, I'm telling you, if you would have listened to me, you could have been got it over with. And he said, yeah, I just want to do my own thing. And that's when he was 6. And I was like, hey, coach, look at me like, I said, yeah, and I remember I was talking to my cousin father. He said, you wrong though, because you're teaching him to undermine a coach. I said, no, you don't understand my DNA, how we work. We be having it here. It's to us, it's fight. It's like natural, right? And then plus, I teach my kids to we ain't getting nothing over fast. You know why? Because that's what I did up in school. That was the wrong way to do things. They start trying to question for bad sportsmanship. I'm going now. I ain't like to wear the singlets. Going to get a match over quick. Bing, ding. I'm beating people, bro, that been down state one, first, second. First year, I'm coming at treating them, right? And it's like, it caused issue. But then when I went down state, I learned why it's important to go to rounds because it's about endurance. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired after this point. You know what I'm saying? When it's really like you got to be able to go them 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I teach my kids you get you like 10, 12 takedowns before you do it. Let them up. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You boom boom. You working on yourself. I might say, hey, You can beat them, but don't take them down to the second round. So just keep your composure. Don't so y'all. And even the wrestling program that I had him in, the head coach, that's how he taught too. So really, the coach was out of line because he just wanted him to listen to him. So he ended up just saying anything like, I could have helped you, you could have been got over. That's not our goal in this program. And he knew that. So I'm not undermining him. Even the head coach, hey, I need this many takedowns. It ain't about who can win the fastest. It's about who can go the long run. You know what I'm saying? Are you in control? And this and that. So, and that's how we operate anyway. So I'm looking like, yeah, I didn't undermine the coaches. It's just that this is a warrior sport.
Said to the days of fucking
Yeah.
win in 2 seconds, fuck 2 minutes.
Yeah, but nah, but that's the thing. It ain't don't win in 2 seconds.
Why?
This is all practice. Now, if you're in state, you can win in 2 seconds, win in 2 seconds. This is the exhibition, this is the tournaments before all that. This is all practice. You need to be practiced being in them situations. You need to be practiced keeping control for 2-3 rounds. You need to be practicing running up your points. You know what I'm saying? You got to have control of all that. You got to learn that game. Because if you just go in there and get it over with fast, you might not learn the different points from the takedowns and every little point around it. You might not understand that, right? You might not understand how to lock him in a certain way where he really can't do nothing. Or like I teach my kids, once you hear that, when you go in, I teach them how to slam hard because you can't really just suplex like WWE. I teach them how to do certain stuff to where I tell them, when y'all hit that mat, open your ear to where if you hit them, the first time you hit them say, it's over with. You broke them spiritually. We break spirits. I tell them, hey, bro, you a man, bro. Don't let that man get on top of you, bro. You feel? Don't let that man get behind you, bro. You a man, bro. You feel me? Like, hey, my kids be down there. Hey, look, it's a warrior sport. As soon as they try to get behind, they be, come here, nah, no, come here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what wrestling. I can see Jake doing that shit. Hey, bro, they don't. He more of a football player though. He don't really like wrestling. He don't like wrestling. He a football. Now with football though, that's it. That's his mindset. Even with training, like right now they training. They going crazy. They D2 this year, and they the team that they moved up the right way. 13. Damn. They moved up the right way, bro, and they are forced to be reckoned with. And they in there working, train. We just went to train last night, 8 to 9, the Titans. But hey, and then this year we got so many kids came because how we performed last year and stuff like that. I ain't gonna do it. I can't. I'm in a stride right now with my businesses where I can't. Now later on I will, but I have to leave it to the people who can right now. And I give my support in different ways. Like I make songs. I push it in a certain way to where I attract certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's like so. But I definitely I'm gonna be back though because I love it and I'll be around them. It's just that being a head coach, it comes with a big responsibility. It's not just no like one day out the week thing. You gotta all day, every day. It's a full-time job. Every day at least. Yeah. So if you ain't where you're supposed to be in life according to you know what I'm saying, that be because you gotta keep that momentum in whatever you're doing. So I can't really break the stride right now, Brody. I ain't gonna cap. But and I can't be so selfish into still jumping in and knowing I can't. You feel me? All I can do, I can get them a good product like my kids. I'm gonna take them and train them. I'm gonna pay for the extra training. I'm gonna put them in the flag to prepare them. I'm gonna talk to them before I'm gonna go on the side of the house or in the field, cones, get them right. I'm gonna work with mine. So I'm gonna bring everybody work with theirs, but we working all together. But it's like I'm gonna put in what my kids gonna come ready to play, and they gonna understand teamwork. They ain't gonna be problematic. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't forcing my kids to do nothing. They doing it because they want to. You feel what I'm saying? If they don't want to, I believe in that ain't everybody. But man, you gotta make them. I know. I'm figuring out what he want. Like Kyra, he don't really he like football, but he played so long with people who's older than him because we have his level. He kind of like this year. He was like, man, I do if I play with people my age. But I'm like, I'm gonna put you in martial arts right now and let you do. You like to fight. He like the he's a mar. And then I really wanted him to wrestle, but wrestling don't start to after football.
Bro seems to be liking them box a lot, huh?
Who? Hey, he an animal, bro. He gonna be. I ain't gonna lie. He gonna be. That's gonna be Teddy athlete. That's gonna be his athlete. Do the mud like. Yeah, do the mud. He like his uncle. He's a bug. Hey, I promise you. Yeah, he a bug, bro. That's my guy. He gonna be something though. But yeah, man, I mess with raising the kids right now. I just put together because my 7 year old he want to be a scientist right now. So I put together a lesson plan thanks to ChatGPT. I'm never gonna make it seem like I'm smarter than everybody. ChatGPT helped me put together my lesson plan, and I'm gonna start teaching them. Yeah, yeah, bro. They playing because especially black people, we scared of everything through there. We let our people scare y'all. You're gonna be world dominant. Hey, it's gonna be anyways. It's here. You might as well get acquainted with it right now so you can be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Ask ChatGPT how to use it. You can be like, hey, ChatGPT, how do I use you? How do I write better prompts? It's gonna tell you. You feel me? And bro, I used it to put together my lesson plan. I'm starting them off with biology. And I'm finna. Yeah, yeah. Autobiography, bro. It'll do anything. And then if you this the key, right? This the game, right? So you want to tell it what it is, right? So just say the autobiography, right? You want to tell it like before you start in that chat, you want to tell it, hey, you are the you are the top biography.
We're gonna try a lot. Fuck it.
Yeah, try while we doing it. Hey, it's so crazy. I think I could do it on the computer too, because they got that new update with the phone. Let me see, can I do it?
What would I do? Like a thing like okay.
I'm gonna do it too with you.
I'm over exaggerating. I'm Chat GPT. I'm the top artist in my city.
You see how I can Oh, okay. Oh, y'all, my bad, my bad. Hold on. Let me go back and switch it to my correct audio. Let me see. Um, Let me see. I gotta connect it back to my correct audio real quick because right now it's coming out my AirPods. So y'all, bear with me real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, people. Y'all gotta excuse me. I've been sniffling too, man. I got over flu and everything. I had my kids had it. Where is it at? Why is it not connected? Am I tripping? Real ninja, but I'm not naive, brother. Cloud chase a hell of a disease, brother. Why is it not popping up? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Y'all work with me. Oh shit. But yeah, I just let's see. They let me put that mug on the screen. Nah, I was waiting on y'all get the audio right too. Let me see. They got to that one off. Have to switch it back to that. Now look, you can do it too if you want to on your phone, but I'm gonna do it. Let's see. Let me make sure I edit.
Like they can see this as you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
You just gonna do it on there.
Let me make it a little bigger. Afraid to God it.
Random as hell, but for the record, can't nobody in Joliet, Illinois roll wood better than Stevie.
Hey, you know I thought about doing that.
Bet money on it.
I could put it on here. I could say it on here because I really ain't trying to, man, put together a joint where mud sit down and talk about smokes, right? Like man, if there's some Girl Scouts, right? It's like, hey, with that, mud sit down, smoke like 3 different and talk about it.
That'd be dope.
It'll be dope, bro.
That'd be raw as fuck.
It'll be dope. Teddy put me up on it a little bit though. I ain't gonna cap. I was thinking.
You know what that remind me of? Did you ever see that shit, bro? Where they got the 3 old ladies high for the first time in their life? You never seen that?
I think so. It was a while ago. It was like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. It might not have been 10 years ago.
It was a minute
years
though.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I know what you're talking about.
Bro, what? Some shit like that'd be dope.
All right, y'all. So what we finna do? We finna go over this Chat GPT. I'm finna show y'all how to get a high quality response from it, right? So what you do is just say we were speaking on writing a biography, right?
Facts.
So when you do it, you want to be like just say you talking to it. You say you are the top biography.
No, no. Question. No, you telling ChatGPT what ChatGPT is, correct? All right, bet.
Author. Damn, I'm spelling all kind of. Am I wrong? Yeah, ER.
AUTHOR.
Oh, OR. My bad, y'all. ChatGPT would have understood. But you are the top biography author, and I'm gonna just say America for right now. Right.
Do the world, bro.
The world. Okay. In the world. Um. Uh. Other. My typing is all off. Other great authors. Like, look on your phone and see some. Put in top 10 biography authors.
Top 10 biography authors.
The great authors like.
Do you want me to use ChatGPT? Yeah. See, now when you use Siri, it asks you, do you want to use ChatGPT? You just pick yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, right now, it's saying working with ChatGPT.
Right, and
Camera
then
on, right?
I'm let me see. I can add you up in there.
I gotta re-ax it. My phone locked. Who are the top 10 biography authors in the world?
Identifying the top 10 biography authors globally is subjective, but several have been widely acclaimed for their contributions. Notable figures include Ron Chernow, Chernow, known for quote unquote Alexander Hamilton and Washington, A Life. Next author is Stacy Schiff, Schiff, author of Cleopatra, A Life,
Hold on, SCH.
Schiff.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
next
what's the
author,
first name? What's the first?
Stacy,
Oh, Stacy.
Stacy.
Okay.
My result just went
Stacy,
off.
sure. Give me one more.
My result just went off. I don't know why.
Okay. Stacy, sure, but we just gonna go like that. We just gonna go with them two, right? Authors like Stacy. I mean,
Yeah, Stacy.
like Ryan, Chernow and Stacy Schiff. Oh, I'm gonna put hold on, Ryan Chernow, Stacy Schiff, and plenty of others, plenty of their peers come to you for advice when writing a biography. And you have been recognized recognized as a major figure in your profession for the past 20 years. Colleges create curriculums from your work. Okay. So then you're gonna teach it how to talk. You can be like, you are a teacher in spirit. You don't just give answers. You teach your students to think creatively. Your patience is unmatched, and you never had a problem with uh um
Being straightforward.
not we can put that next, but like getting the message. You never had a problem
Understanding.
with
Understanding.
the helping helping the student to understand the lesson at hand. You are
Could you
a straight
possibly word that
shooter,
part different? Thinking about that, like
but you
instead of you never had a problem teaching a student to understand, you never had a problem thoroughly explaining. You get what I'm saying?
uh,
Do you think one will work better than the other, or will do the same purpose?
yeah, I'm sure one would, but I just I wouldn't have an issue. Like that's something that can be changed. But if you never had a problem with helping the student to understand, that it means the same thing basically. But you could write it like that though. But just for the sake of this, I'm gonna just end it right there, right?
Facts.
Boom. So you tell it what it is, right? This how you gonna get the best response. You have to give it what you want it to be. Now, thank you for that. I'm ready when you are. Whether it's brainstorming the subject, life arc, outlining the emotional through line of a biography, or showing you how to make a historical figure breathe on the page. What are we working on today? I'm gonna just
back
go
to
to
the
that
original
last one.
paragraph, to what you stated. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna just go to here just because we ain't really got no direction here. We just doing it. Um change this real quick.
What was the prompt that you just told it? Show you how to do what?
Uh bring a historical let a historical figure breathe on a page. I'd use the what it gave me, right? I'm gonna read it. Let me get this title.
I think you should change it just to show the power of the chat GPT.
But I'm only doing it because we didn't really have we saying a biography. So it's like we could be writing a biography on our life, but then it's like just for the example, it's like we had it'd be too much thinking. So it had showed me.
You can make your make it on your character though. Make it on a
Yeah, we gonna look. It say it asked me what you want, what we can do, right? So it's outlining, brainstorming, or showing you how to make a historical figure breathe on the page, whatever that means, right? So I just did that. Show me how to make a historical figure breathe on the page. So it's a great question. Making a historical figure breathe on the page, that is, feel alive, real dimensional, is the core of biography. It's where research meet art. Here's how we do it. Know them better than they know themselves. That sounds like your children. Your children know you better than you know they yourself, right? So you got to study every part of them. Before you even write a word, immerse yourself into their world. You're not just you're not just collecting facts. You're observing patterns, how they spoke, how they made decisions, how they react to conflict. You're watching them evolve, right? Ask, what did they love? Fear, avoid, pursue, whatever. But you see how it's asking you these detailed questions. You can create a character, like you said.
Facts.
We can go through and create a character and be like, okay, what did they love? Boom. Well, I would share this and be like, okay, I would do this. Just copy. I'll be like, boom, right?
Let's make a name.
I'll be like,
Let's make
what
it
did
all
they
new,
love?
bro.
What did they love?
Let's get his name first.
Oh shit. I ain't want to do that. Hold on.
No, see, you got to tell it what they
I
love.
know. I'll
Okay,
forget
they
the answer.
love do an autobiography on a fucking fuck is a profession, bro.
Let's see. Who is autobiography on just say a artist, a dope artist. We just gonna go there, right? It's just something that we can easily create real quick, right?
Facts.
They loved to
Paint artist.
express um um experiences through painting. I'm gonna just put art in quote just to put this. What did they fear? They feared. Give me something they feared.
I would say for any artist, I feel like any artist fears not being noticed in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Recognized.
Yeah, not being recognized or acknowledged.
Oh,
Right click. Right click.
DG. Okay. Um, avoid. What's one thing that just say was something that avoid? Uh, uh, just say
It's a great fucking.
they avoid chaos. I'm gonna just say chaos. They pursue happiness, joyfulness. And then
Put meaningful connections. I think that's even too specific. Something meaningful, you know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that can
And
be with anything though.
facts.
It ain't specific really, because everything is a relationship. So it's like connections. You have your connection with everything, nature, everything, right? So okay, let me see. I'm gonna go to the next list of questions. What it has said. Um, so read personal letters, diaries, court records, speeches. Okay, observe their contradictions. Nobody is just a hero or a villain the most. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a contradiction. Uh,
Read that one again.
their contradictions. Nobody is just a hero or a villain. The most memorable figures live in the gray area. In the gray.
Make it political.
Let me see.
Political shit can be in the gray a lot.
What you mean? If you say that they're contradictions, what you mean by that?
Yeah, like you can be the hero to some people, but then the villain to other people. You know what I'm
But a
saying?
contradiction would be um so okay, what's that trait though? That would be
Like being
you're
what,
matter of fact,
like
but you
what,
care for people's.
like what would the trait of being in the gray be?
Yeah, that for that one, like if you say political, because it's kind of like you gotta when you say contradiction, gotta be like kind of like just say, okay, I'm gonna say you say political, right? He's a conservative, but he understand a liberal, right? So it's more like, okay, he's matter of fact, but he understand nuances.
I think when you say that, the word optimistic comes to mind. I think an optimistic person can fall under that.
Uh, but optimistic is like always like seeing the best. I think that's something different though. I used to spell nuances. Uh, let's see.
NUANC, I believe. How do you spell nuances?
Oh, okay. Right. Oh no, I'll put a U. Okay. Um, only reason I say that kind of changes it because optimistic has always been a positive thing. But if you say political, like just say political, if you leave it at what, just say the hypothesis is that you have Republican, Democrat, right? Republican, conservative, Democrat, liberal, right? So it'd be kind of like that old conservative is like kind of matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Liberal is kind of like everybody have a right to feel how they feel. So it's like he can be matter of fact, but he still understand how they feel. But he still got to make the best decision
Still
for.
make factual.
So that's kind of like a contradiction almost. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So then, right, we use scene, not summary. Uh, okay, so we gonna start off with that, right? Cause that was the only one, and then we just gonna let it walk us through it. Just so beautiful start. You are already peeling back the layers. Let's take those raw answers and begin sculpting the figure into someone that the reader can see, feel, and follow. Here's how I begin turning that into a prose. Foundational character sketch. They love the quiet tension between brush and canvas. The way art could say what language couldn't. In every stroke, there was a coded message, a whisper of something lived but never fully explained. But beneath that devotion to beauty was a quiet terror that the world might never really see them. Hold on. Yeah, that the world might never really see them. Not just their work, but them, their essence. The way their hands shook slightly when something felt too vulnerable, the long pause between admitting pain, chaos. They avoided like the plague. It rattled their soul, the unpredictable, the unkept, the emotionally erratic. It all chipped away at the delicate structure they tried to build around themselves. Instead, they pursued something almost childlike, joyfulness. Yes, but not frivolous joy. They craved meaningful joy, moments that mattered, laughter wrapped in intimacy, conversations that made time blur. And yet, in all this, they were a paradox, blunt and matter of fact when speaking, sometimes startling, so, but never cruel. Underneath the sharpness was someone who could see all the shades between black and white, someone who understood nuance like a second language, even if it rarely said, even if they rarely said it out loud. You see how and that's what people they miss it when you're not using this. Cause right here, what I'm thinking of right here, right? Just say you remember I was talking about that $44 million person. I mean, I gotta be that person. This is my thing. I can create that $44 million person with this right here. And then I can sit right here and be that. And then I can take the spirit of this character that I create. You know how Jay-Z, Basquiat, they take the, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta you
And bring
take
it into
on the
reality.
spirit of this person. You can create your character right there and just, hey, this me. Because we just created this out of thin air. Low key, if we ingested enough, it's like this me.
It becomes you.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's so much that you can do. Next step, we ask deeper. Why did they love painting? Was it escape, expression, spiritual ritual? Where did they fear being unrecognized come from? Where did it come from? Childhood, a moment of betrayal. What kind of chaos rattled them? Emotional, societal, relational. What did joy look like in their life? Give it a face, a person, a setting, a routine. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, go, you want to dig deeper? All right, we
Motherfuckers
can
be
they
talking
they
that
see the
shit for
gist of it though.
weeks.
Yeah, they see the gist of it. Hey, y'all see the gist of it though, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
See, I ain't even know.
This
I ain't even know you can get that deep with that shit. I'm gonna definitely go fuck with that.
Yeah, it's important. Bro, I've been trying to put. I was on the waiting list before ChatGPT came out. Like I'm on the waiting list of the Google one.
Yeah,
Google
that
got one
Google
about to
AI,
come
man.
out. It's one that China got. China got a cold one. Hey, it's I
Yeah,
forgot the name of it, but look, it's a real agent. It's real AI because ChatGPT ain't really real AI. You know what I'm saying? But it's a real one, and it'll go do stuff for you. Like just say you be like, hey, I want to plan. I want to plan a trip, for this and that. My budget is
Jesus.
this. Go put it all together. But it's gonna go book the flight, the room. It's gonna give you a whole lid in there. It's gonna take care of everything, bro. It's crazy, bro. I'm on the waiting list for that one too.
Scared of that type of shit. That's the type of shit gonna steal your data.
But our data is already gone, bro. Look when they be saying that with Elon right now. He's going to take our. This dude ran PayPal. He started PayPal. He got y'all data. Like No, bro, they all got our data, bro. It's like,
Oh, that nigga some money now.
hey, you hear me? With our data, bro, it's like eh, all they try to do is get your data so they can sell you shit.
Right.
You feel me? And it's like, yeah, it can learn your pattern, but it's like that's why I tell people I gotta be in the tech. That's why I'm starting with my kids. STEM, science, uh, 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 science, technology, engineering, and
All that
mathematics, right?
nerd shit is the wave, bro. Everything that's considered nerd shit is the fucking wave, bro.
Bro, we gotta be because in this world of technology, bro, I need my kids to be killers in it. My kids, I'm already raising kids that kick ass. I just gotta put these skills on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that they go kick ass over there, and man, we build something. Because hey, you say you want to be a scientist, son? I'm gonna feed that. I'm gonna feed that. I'm just not feeding sports. Like even when I coach my kids, bro, I told them it's more than coaching with me. I know it's a cliche, a lot of coaches will say that, but no, I'm serious. It's more than coaching with me because even though I played sports, I wasn't a sports guy.
Right.
I was just good at this stuff. Right. I wanted to play football and be good at football so I can go to school to be I want to go to school for psychology. I got played by my coach because he had his own plans. Our new coach, he had came, Coach Arbery, he had came my senior year though. Right. I got
Aubrey, the strength training coach.
yeah.
I cannot stand.
Yeah,
that
bro.
nigga, bro.
He got down on me. He ruined he ruined. I could have been something great. Coach Arbery, instead of being the man and the father figure that you could have been, you chose to push me to the side and bring somebody in who didn't have no promise in future in my position, and then you chose to make me your enemy. So
I feel like
but
that same way, but probably for a different reason.
yeah,
He was my strength training coach. He wasn't ever like a sports coach to me, but I'm a skinny nigga, bro. I never cared about lifting weights. I never cared about going to be the strongest nigga in the world. I know how to play whatever the fuck it was. I know how to play, and he tried to play me like you say, to the left, bro.
yeah,
Because I didn't want to go in there and lift weights and be the strongest nigga. And hoorah! I don't care about none of that shit, bro.
yeah. And that's what it is, bro. Yeah. And that's why I coach my kids today, like they still love me to this day, even though I took last year and this year off. I'm taking this. They still love me. And then my thing is, I'm putting more on them than football. I tell you, this is how you carry yourself in life. You work hard for if you want to be great at this, you got to train. No matter what it is, you can't just expect for something to just fall in your lap. Right. If you're naturally good at something, I'm pushing you harder because I gotta kill that laziness that comes with that because you feel like you are already better than everybody you see. But it's some people across country who you don't see.
Right.
It's some people right here while you sitting right here lollygagging, they the first one in line while they running. They not as good as you, but guess what? They working on it. And you're not gonna be that easy to pass up. Because you ain't even trying hard. They ain't working. Every time they doing foot drills, they going 100%, 110%. You sitting right here. Yeah, I mean, in your head, you like, no, man, I'm still gonna go out there and do what I do, and I'm still gonna get glorified at the end of the day. Nope, not with me.
Right.
Because it's work ethic with me. And that goes across that goes across lines. That ain't just one area. If you want to even be good at this shit, you gotta do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'll be slacking on it, but I'm like, more content. I gotta do more content like this. Like even I had that stuff up there earlier at Yellow Bees I was finna do, but this just turned to a regular conversation. This how I like it,
Right.
right? But I know I gotta do more stuff like that. Just go and talk about that stuff. Let it go wherever it go. You know what I'm saying? Here with live, but you gotta do it. It takes time and reps. Because at first I used to be scared of the camera. I used to be scared. I remember one day when I did that video with Teddy. We did it at the store. We had the store at the bottom of there. I told myself before I went, I said, "Hey, you breezy right now. Breezy ain't camera shy. Breezy ain't none of that." But I went that mud, it worked. It worked. You feel me? So if you had to work with this shit,
I mean, it's like you say, bro, repetition, bro. It's a
repetition.
video way back when, bro. A lot of people, a lot of these young niggas that know future probably don't even know the fucking video, bro. Was it not Briscoe? What's the other nigga Future used to fuck with
You
all the
talking
time?
about Rocco?
Rocco on my
Yeah.
granny. It's a video. Man, you all camera shy and shit.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. Future was a camera shy nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Bring yourself out.
Yeah, now he created the image for a lot of people. So yeah, that's what it is, shit. But yeah, man, we finna tap on out. We finna tap on out. By the way, this BME Stevie. Make sure y'all check him out. Great artist. Great artist. Go check him out. BME Stevie. He one of the hottest. So y'all go check him out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He dropped in. This was like kind of unexpected, but it was dope. I hope y'all learned something. Chat GPT. I got any questions? Put in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe. Please subscribe. Share with a friend. I'm gonna clip it up and do the thing to it. But y'all do y'all thing. Like, share, and recommend to a friend. And please don't forget one more time to subscribe. And we out of here. It's been one chilling with Breezy.